Hello Catherine, I hope you are doing well and in sound health. My name is Paramjit Singh and I belong to Melbourne campus. I am a student of Master of Management for Engineers. My student number is SO26930 and in this my final term I am doing the course HRMT 20028 which is Organizational Management Change. In this subject I am going to presentation on the topic of a theory of organizational readiness for change. Let me have a look on the table of content. First is objective, second is methodology and means of analysis, the third one the argument advanced, next critical analysis the argument, the next the findings and the implication for managers, then strength and weaknesses, and then the last one is references. Let's move further on the objective. What is the objective of this presentation? The main objective of this presentation is to understand why it is important for an organization to be ready to adapt a required change when it is required. In the another sense, when it is required, the articles comes under organizational management change and advise the expert of this area why it is important to build organizational readiness, why it essential to make a organizational readiness. Let's move further. Methodology and means of analysis. Of this article, the means of analysis used by author is conceptual development, and the author aims to develop the theory by reviewing the present literature which is available in this journal article. The argument advanced. In this article, the author argues that the readiness is not something that is present on the organizational level. So it is not only the present at the organization level, it is also available on individual group, team group, and the individuals. Moreover, it further argues that the leadership as opposed to organizational strategy is what that promotes commitment and the efficiency among the employees or the member of the organization. In this case, I am going to discuss three key points why it promotes the commitment and efficiency. Like in readiness for change in an organization, the three key determinants of execution capacity: first is task demand, the second one is resource availability, the third one is situational factors. For these three things, this commitment and the efficiency, both things are very important, because a point when organizational presentation for change is a high, autocrative individuals will probably start change, apply more noteworthy work, show more prominent industrious, and show more agreeable conduct towards their work. Let's talk about the commitment. Commitment is identified as its individual way of being involved in work, involved in a work in process of organization. Moreover, an employee who is committed towards their organization work is align the goals and the values of the organization. So if the employee is committed toward his work, so definitely he will focus on his work, which is the change in the organization. So the employee is ready to bring the change by its commitment. The another one is efficiency. Efficiency is a perception, like the perception of team member who working in a team, like the organization, they are able to undertake any task or any critical situation. So it is the perception of the team. It comes with the it comes with the change, like it make the employees more perspective, like they can do this thing or they can do this, like the employee feel they're able to undertake any condition, any problem which they are going to tackle to pursue their goal. So the another thing point which I am going to discuss is the finding, is the conclusion. In this article, the most important thing which I came to know after found lot of research, and after reading lot of articles by the different authors. In the conclusion, I'm going to conclude this topic like the scenario where an organization chooses to bring a change to structure its leadership of manager that need to play a role of conducting social interaction. So in this thing, I'm going to conclude like that not only the commitment or the efficiency are enough. The psychological tool is also very important to achieve this goal, not only the commitment and efficiency. So in this conclusion, it is very important for employees to follow commitment, efficiency and psychological tool, because these three things help the employees to bring the effective change towards the work in their organization. Another thing is the implication for managers. What is the implication for managers? With the emphasis that is given in the article or psychological factors contributing to change in the organization, it is obvious that the manager have a huge role to play in an organization, because without manager, employees can't work, because manager is a person who can motivate them towards their goal, towards their target. Through psychological factor, he will make them committed towards their work, he will make them determined to make their work. So there are different way in which the lots of responsibility for the managers towards their employee, towards their company. In the scenario where an organization chooses to bring a change to a structure, it is a leadership of a manager that needs to play an important role to conducting social interaction among the employees. So it is also very important. The another thing is strength and weaknesses. The article is presented here is understandable format, and language is very easy, which is very understandable and which clearly establish relationship between psychological and structural factor or links to different area of research. So if I found this article very simple and very qualitative, which gave me a lot of things to learn. The another thing, there is a weakness, because we all know every coin has two faces. So there is a weakness of this article is, however, the weakness of the article is that it must include a section that explain how this readiness can be adopted in any organization. They should have included this topic. So then if the topic was there, definitely I would definitely come to know that how it can be adopted, because it definitely increase my knowledge in my future field, which I can implement whenever I face this kind of condition, or when I wants to bring any organizational change, where will I work in my future career. So these were the change strengths and weaknesses. And the another is references, which are here. So with the help of these references of these journal articles, I was able to complete my task. So thank you so much to listening, and have a good day. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.